Pokemon Shining Revelry has just been announced for Pokemon Pocket, coming out later next week, so right around the corner. And alongside that, 21 cards have been leaked, so today we're going to showcase those and go over each card, so let's get right into it. So starting off strong, we see Charizard EX here, and the main thing for this Shining Revelry pack is essentially a lot of these cards are going to be shinies, so I'm excited for that. This Charizard card looks dope, so let's get into it. So as we can see, his first ability here, Stoke, take 3 energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. That's going to be good for Charizard to ramp himself up, so yeah. And then Steam Artillery, 150 damage for 5 energy. That 5 energy looks like a lot, but because he has that Stoke ability, it doesn't seem too bad. Next up, we have Lucario EX. Love this shiny, the bright yellow and black here. We see Aura Sphere, 100 damage for 3 energy, and this attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This will be good for comboing with Cyrus, being able to just chip someone and then pull them in next turn. I think that card's going to be pretty good. Alright, Pachirisu. Here we have Plasma, take 1 energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. Okay, so that's going to be good for ramping up your electric decks. I think this card is a good energy creation card for electric. Here we have Wiglet. Wiglet with Spring Out. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random, do 30 damage to it. Interesting. I don't see this card being too great just off that initial read, but we'll have to see. Again, there's 110 cards in this pack, so we only have a look at 21 of them so far, so it's going to be hard to tell what is going to be good for this meta. But here is Varoom, just basic headbutt, 10 damage. It's a basic card. Tatsugiri, this is a cool art. Ability, Retreat Directive, your active Dondozo has no retreat cost, so we'll have to wait and see that Dondozo card, but I'm assuming he's going to have a high retreat cost there, so this card might be good for that. Next up, we have Sprigatito. Put 1 random grass Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Okay, this is going to be good for searching your grass decks, any stage 2 grass Pokemon. This is going to be very helpful for thinning out your deck. Next up, we have Pinsir. 3 energy, Guillotine Rush, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. Wow, so you can, depending on your coin flip luck, you can go crazy with Pinsir, but 3 energy, not the greatest. Here we have Red. We're going to skip over that and go to his cooler card in a second here. Iono, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but each player shuffles the cards in their hand into their deck and then draws that many cards. Wow, okay, this is going to be interesting for just messing up your opponent and messing up their hand if you need a shuffle, so that'll be an interesting support card. Next, we have Red. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 20 damage to your opponent's active EX Pokemon. This is similar to Sudowoodo in attacking, and as well as Tauros, attacking EXs and doing bonus damage. So if you combo this with those cards, I can see a lot of damage coming out. And now we're getting into the EXs. As we can see, there's a lot of EXs in this pack that have been leaked. Wow. Normally there's only like 5, but let's see. Starting off, here we have Tinkaton. Terrific Thumping. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 80 more damage. 80 damage guaranteed, 80 more if you flip heads. Not bad. 3 energy is a little high for that, I feel like. I would have liked to see that, especially for a stage 2 Pokemon. I would have liked to see like 2 energy there, but not bad. 170 HP, that's going to be pretty good. Again, there's that Charizard card. We saw the shiny version up top, so we're going to skip over that one. Giratina EX, ability, Broken Space Bellow. Once during your turn, you may take a psychic energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to take an attack slot, basically, so you can use your attack or this ability, and it'll end your turn. And then we have Chaotic Impact, 130 damage. This Pokemon also damages itself. Okay, so 4 energy. It's a lot of buildup. You're going to need something like a Gardevoir here to get this online. Also going to be doing damage to yourself, but it can ramp itself with its ability. Interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out and what decks can be built around that. Pikachu EX. Here we see Thunderbolt, 150 damage for 3 energy, but you discard all of the energy from your Pokemon. Me personally, not a big fan of the discard all Pokemon, so I feel like Pikachu EX is already pretty good, the other form, with 2 energy, but we'll have to see how this one comes into play, especially with Pachirisu now. They can generate energy. Maybe this will be pretty good. Next up, we have Wugtrio EX. Okay, this is the evolved form of that other one we saw earlier. For 3 energy, pop out throughout. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. For each time a Pokemon was chosen, do 50 damage to it. Okay, this is very similar to like Dragonite that we see right now, where it's going to be doing random damage across the deck. So this one will be interesting. 150 damage to random Pokemon on your opponent's deck. So 140 health. Okay, that'll be kind of interesting to see how that one plays out. Moving down here, we did see Lucario already, so we're going to go to Paldean Clodsire. 2 energy, Venoshock, 60 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poison, this attack does 60 more damage. Okay, this is similar to, forgetting that Pokemon's name, but we do have one that does more damage to poison Pokemon, so this will be a good card to combo with that deck. Alright, next up we have Beedrill EX. Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. 2 energy, Crushing Spear. Okay, so you're doing 80 damage and discarding an energy from your opponent. So if you get this up quick, you can mess people up if they have an active slot that's trying to build energy. So not a bad card. 170 health too for a grass Pokemon. There's already a lot of grass support, so that guy's going to be tanky. B-Barrel EX, Carefree Press, 4 energy, 100 damage. Wow, that is not good for 4 energy. Heal 30 damage to this Pokemon. That is an interesting card. 160 health. You're going to need something like Dialga, Manaphy, some energy creation, because 4 energy is a lot for only 100 damage. So, and that 30 health, we'll have to see how good that really is. I guess comboing that with a Shaman, maybe you could create some healing there, but yeah, and then we already saw Pachirisu up top. So there was a look at the 21 leaked cards so far for Shining Revelry. We'll have to see how these cards play out in the meta, but so far I'm excited, and this pack's dropping next week, so it's coming quick. So there was your showcase of the new leaked cards. Have a great day.